everyone, and welcome back to another Thomas and Friends Home Media review. The first regular one for 2017, guys. This review is on Track Stars. So, let's go ahead and jump right into the history section of Track Stars. So Track Stars has got a long history here, and I'm not sure if all these dates are US specific, so I'm only going to say the dates that I personally believe to be true, and that I know are true. This release was first put out in 2006 on VHS and DVD, and was re-released apparently in 2011, which I believe is under Lionsgate, which that's actually not that hard to believe, and was re-released again in 2015 under Universal, which that is not hard to believe as well, because that's one of the copies we're going to be taking a look at in the close-up. You're seeing pictorial evidence right here. As you can see, I'm holding up a copy in Walmart that I found in a $5 bin. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into the close-up section of Track Stars. Alrighty, everyone, here's our close-up look at Track Stars. So here we have the original 2006 DVD copy. I do not own a VHS from 2006, however, I hope to soon. So, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here's our front cover. We have Thomas, Percy, both in stars, Track Stars, James, and Emily, as these are the Track Stars. Not really sure why Emily's on there, though. She's not a good character. Outside, we have Cartoon Thomas. He still has not left us. Scroll on down here. Hit and the DVD logo. I'm surprised they're still printing that on these. I mean, it's 2006. DVD was relatively common, so I don't know why they keep printing that on there. On the back, we have Making Tracks to Great Destinations, as always. We have a blurb about what's going on. We have our story stops listed and our fun and games section. And we have our Track Stars listed off to the side here. James, That's Emily, stupid. That's not Percy. That's Percy. That's Thomas. Now, if you're wondering why there's a little white sticker over the barcode area, that's because I picked this release up in a boxed set with Tales from the Tracks and Come Ride the Rails. And the reason that white sticker is there is so you can't resell it individually in the store. So, open this up. There's our disc. Squished up version of the poster art and 20th Century Fox. What? This was in a time where Anchor Bay had lost the rights to keep putting out the new Thomas and Friends releases. And so Hit went to 20th Century Fox and said, hey, can you put out a certain number? And they said yes. So here's our first 20th Century Fox Thomas and Friends product. So that was the 2006 version. And now we move on to one that is relatively recent. This copy is from 2014, 2015, maybe 2016. My guess is 2015. So we have the exact same poster art here. They're basically identical. The sides is where it gets different. Instead of our good old friend Cartoon Thomas, we have the Hit Entertainment logo. Scroll on down here. The Trackstar logos are the same though. But we get to the bottom here. The Hit logo is replaced with the Thomas face from the cover. And now we have a Universal logo, because if you don't already know, Universal has the rights to put out the Thomas and Friends media products here nowadays. So, we look on the back here. It's also changed. Here where the story stops and fun and games would be listed, it just says features and they don't list those things. So, you have all this blank space here and it looks weird. I really think they printed that way too small on the case. But other than that, it's basically the exact same. We open this up. There is our disc. It's that clear disc that Universal loves to use. We've also got our hit logo right there and our tech specs on the bottom there. This also does use that relatively cheap plastic that kind of bends easily, and I wish that they wouldn't use that. I wish that they would go back to using this style of hard plastic, but let's go ahead and transition into our menu tour of Track Stars.
Hello everyone, I'm Thomas. Welcome to the island of Sodor. Would you like to come ride the rails with my friends and me? And we can find out how to become track stars together.
Alright everybody, here's our menu tour for Track Stars. This is the original 2006 copy menu. So yeah, we have a nice menu here. It's actually, 3D CGI and animated. It's like those menus back with Thomas's Sodor Celebration and songs from the station. And interestingly, this has a Calling All Engines trailer on it. But anyway, we have 4 options here. We have play all, story stops, fun and games, and select the language. Let's look at story stops. I really like the menus here. They actually look like they put some effort into these menus. They look nice. We have Thomas gets it right, Emily's new route, Percy's big mistake, as good as Gordon, James gets a new coat, and Thomas, Emily, and the snowplow. So that is your... Oh, we also have an option here to play all if we wanted to do that, which, again, why wouldn't you just do that from the main menu? I don't see why they have to put that there, but I guess it's nice it's there. But anyway, let's go ahead and transition back to here. We have our fun and games section. Percy pulls up alongside. I also forgot to mention that Emily was giving us the story stops and Percy's coupling rods aren't moving. Same freaking problem I have with the old Thomas PC games. Some of the coupling rods there don't move. We have James's Colors of Sodor. Thomas's Amazing Adventure. Gee, I wonder if it's a maze. I don't know. We have a DVD-ROM menu thing here. We have a read-along story. We will take a look at that later. We have a character gallery. We have a sneak peek section, hit extras, and songs and more. So let's take a look at the character gallery, see if they've changed it any. My guess would be that they have. And I was right. Let's take a look at... Let's do Gordon, because I like Gordon.
Gordon is the senior engine of my team based out of Tidmouth Sheds. He is a very important engine and lets others know it. Gordon has a good heart and is always willing to use his strength to help out less powerful engines. Gordon is proud to be the engine who runs the Express every day.
So again, it's a short bio of a character, but now it's using newer series footage, which is interesting because the older character galleries just had the engine as a cartoon sitting in front of you in a little bio that you had to read yourself, or if you wanted to, you could make it read it for you. Now it's actually using series footage, and it's actually giving you a newer and updated bio of the engine. Let's look at Sir Topham Hatt. What's he have to say about himself?
My name is Sir Topham Hatt, and I'm the director of the Sodor Island Railway. My job is to make sure the engines are always on time. I do my best to prevent confusion and delay. I am a great example of how hard work will take you far. I was even knighted by the Queen, which is why I have the title of Sir.
There's some interesting things in there. There's, he was knighted by the Queen. Maybe that's actually canon. I don't know. Maybe that's why he has Sir Topham Hatt in front of him. And also, they use classic series footage in there. Let's look at somebody else and see if they use classic series footage. Let's look at Toby.
Toby is a wooden tram engine that works mostly on Thomas's branch line. He's quite old in both looks and attitude. While Toby may be small and not as strong as some of the bigger steam engines, he is proven to be quite useful and important many times.
So I guess only for Sir Topham Hatt they use classic series footage. Ah, well, we live and learn. Let's head to the main menu again. Let's look at sneak peeks here. Oh, it's just trailers. I thought this was going to be similar to the, the Thomas the Sodor Celebration and Songs from the Station stuff and all that. So this is a Bob the Builder prequel thing, I believe. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, yeah, when Bob became a builder. I remember I really wanted to see this as a kid, but I never got the chance to. So let's look at Songs and More. We have Emily. We have Engine Roll Call. We have Name That Engine. Help When It's Hard. I believe that's a song. We have Thomas and Emily share the track, which is one of those CGI animated little learning segments, and Pushing and Pulling. I believe that's a song as well. So let's look at the Hit Extras tab. We've got 2 hit extras here. We have Fraggle Rock, Blanket of Snow, Blanket of Woe, Sing Along from Dance Your Cares Away. I guess that's a Fraggle Rock release. We also have a Todd World episode titled Shall We Dance. That show is weird, though. What were the animators thinking when they made that show? It's so bizarre. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the bonus features. We're not going to play any of the games here because we don't have time for that. Let's look at the read-along. When Thomas was taken over by Hit back in 2004 and such, they released these books that had episodes of the classic Thomas and Friends series and put them out as collections. For example, I had it was Cranky Bugs and other Thomas stories. It had, like Cranky Bugs. It had a couple stories from season 5 in there. I never had this, though, A Better View for Gordon, which has 3 stories in it. I also had Hooray for Thomas, and that had a couple stories from that. I did used to have those as a kid, and that's actually pretty cool that they included something like this on the actual release in 2006. So let's take a look at Busy Going Backwards, and I'll just give you an example of what it looks like and sounds like. Let's do Read Along.
Busy going backwards. Toad the brake van was feeling sad. Everywhere he looked, he could see engines and coaches moving steadily forwards. They all looked confident and cheerful. One day, he decided to talk to Oliver, the Great Western Engine. I'm always going backwards, Mr. Oliver. I have forward-thinking views.
So it's like I said, it's basically just the narration from the episode written down on a page, and you have pictures from the actual episode, which, gets children to read. So it's pretty cool. We're not going to take a look at the DVD-ROM depot because obviously websites rip, so it doesn't exist anymore, and it won't work. So let's take a look at our last tab here. Select the language. We have English and we have Spanish. We don't have French this time. That's interesting. French hasn't come around yet, I suppose. So anyway, that's our menu tour for Track Stars from 2006. So now we are going to transition into Track Stars from 2015. Alright everybody, now we're here with Track Stars from 2015, as you can see. And nothing has changed. It's literally the exact same menu. Which is nice that they didn't go in and change anything about it, but it is the exact same menu. Even down to the animations and everything. I don't even know if we need to go through it again. I mean, nothing on the story stops have been changed as far as I'm concerned. Let's take a look at the fun and games, because I don't think anything's changed there. Oh, they got rid of the Percy animation thing. We don't have a DVD-ROM anymore. That's gone. Interesting. Let's look at the more section. They got rid of the Percy thing moving forward again, and we don't have the hit extras anymore. So, yeah, I guess something was changed. They had to take something out. Let's see if they changed the languages at all. Do we have French? We don't have French. Oh, well, that's not ideal. We're not racist against French people, is what they say. Anyway, that's basically it for the Track Stars from 2015 menu tour. Obviously, nothing has changed. Let's go ahead and head on back and answer the 5-man questions, as always. Alright, so back from the close-up. Nice time to answer the 5-man questions, as always. Number 1, where can you pick this product up? Well, since I found a copy in a local Walmart in a $5 bin, I'm going to say check your local Walmart. Check your $5 bin area. May have to dig a little bit. They had a lot of copies the first time I went, but I didn't have any money with me because I don't carry my wallet everywhere I go because it might get stolen, but that's just me. And then the second time that I went to actually try to buy one, I had to dig a little bit, and I found about 3 in there, so there might have been more buried underneath. But check your local Walmarts and sift around in those bins. You might be able to find one. Number 2, is this product still being printed nowadays? Well then, I really don't know what to say here. I'm having a tough time answering these questions for stuff that's been printed recently, because I don't know if it's still being printed nowadays. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to say yes. Screw it. I've said no a lot. I'm going to say yes to that, just because I can. It's my show. I'll do what I want. Number 3, should you pick this product up? Here's where the negativity kicks in again. The last
2 regular HMRs, I have not recommended the products reviewed, and this is no different. Track Stars is meh. The story with James was pretty cool, where he's got the coal bouncing on top of him. What's that? James gets a new coat. That's what it's called. That episode was pretty good. The other ones are just kind of meh. I can't say whether or not they're good or not because I'm indifferent on them, honestly. They're just meh. That's how I feel with a lot of the newer series stuff. This one does fall victim to not getting recommended just because of the fact the episodes are just meh, honestly. Number 4, where should you pick this product up? Same answer as number 1. And number 5, what price should you pay? Again, completely ignoring my recommendation, but hey, it's your money, you do what you want with it. I'd say for both copies that I reviewed here, the 2006 DVD and the 2015 DVD, both of those don't go over $5. Now for the VHS, this is one of the last Thomas & Friends VHS releases ever. It's going to be a little more on the rare side. I'd say probably go upwards of around $15 for that if you really want it, especially if it's sealed, because I've seen some sealed copies on eBay going for around $6 or $7. Those are steals. I'm considering picking one up at some point, maybe doing a supplemental on it. The VHS, I'd say go upwards of 10, maybe 15 for that. 20 is pushing it, all right? Track Stars ain't worth $20. I'm just going to say that right now. But if you're a completist, then 15 might be the ideal price. So that's my review for Track Stars. Next time, we take a look at Tales from the Tracks. The very last Thomas & Friends US VHS release. Might as well say rip to Thomas VHS after this, because we won't be seeing them ever again unless in a supplemental format. Or if we go back and do one of the older releases that I do not happen to have. Thank you all for watching, and as always, good night, everybody.